this video we are discussing about MS SQL Server instances and why these instances are important to the MS SQL Server. What are the types of instances are there and what are the uses of these instances? We will see this in this video. Basically, instances in Java we can call these instances as a single occurrences in a class, but in the SQL Server these instances will be different. Let me see this in a diagrammatic way. This is SQL Server. Imagine this SQL Server like a software factory. Software factory. Means when you install this SQL Server, means you are creating new workstation there. Let us create one workstation, key workstation here. This is one workstation in SQL Server. Workstation. This workstation is nothing but instances. Means when you call this an instance is basically nothing but installation of the SQL Server. For example, if you install SQL Server, this SQL Server 3 times. Let's copy this one and try to paste okay, it's not pasting. Okay, let us discuss this with an example. If you install SQL Server 3 times, this is one SQL Server installation. In a same mission, we are installing 3 SQL servers. These are the 3 SQL servers. We are installing these 3 times in the same mission. You have just created 3 independent workstations. Means that we are creating 3 independent workstations there. That is nothing but an instance. So these are the SQL servers, and these 3 are installing simultaneously in the same mission. That is nothing but independent workstations. Means we are creating independent workstations is nothing but an instances. There are 2 types of instances are there. Types. The first one is default and the next one is named instance. Default instance is nothing but main workstation. It's the primary one. Means you can only have one default instance per server. Means the default instance takes the server name as its instance name, and it's a service is called the MS SQL Server. We will see this default in here as a Microsoft Management Studio. This is called as instance. By default, the name is SQL Server. This is we created that name authentication that will be ignored from now. These are the different types of are there which are important, and that will be come automatically when you install the SQL Server. Okay. Let us discuss what is a named instance. Think of these as your custom workstations. Means this is automatically come, whereas these are custom workstations. You can name them however uh, you like. Means uh, you can create the multiple named instances on the same server. For example, you might have one instance named as a development. Let us, for example, this is one instance. Okay, let's write here. This is one development instance. This is one production instance. But both happily coexist on the same mission. That is nothing but the multiple named instances. Um, and why these instances are used for this MS SQL Server means the first most one is version uses as you as I said that we can install SQL Server simultaneously in the same mission. No, so that's why this version is nothing but for example SQL Server 2000. You were limited to only 16 instances for that. But starting from the 2005 version, SQL Server supports up to 50 instances. Means it will more instances we are creating. Means in 2000 there is only 16 instances are there. Whereas in 2005 it doubled more than that. Means SQL Server supports up to 50 instances. They're more than enough for most setups. And why these multiple instances are used means this version flexibility is there. You can install different versions of SQL Server on the same mission. For example, you could have SQL Server 2017 and also in 2019 on the same server. These two versions are running side by side. That is one of the use of these multiple instances. And the next one is uh, instead of buying multiple servers, you can set up multiple instances on one server. And you have to keep that production, like for example here that is a production and development are there. These two are testing environment separately. We in most of the these testing environments we keep that in a separate way, but by using this instance we can solve this uh, environments solve we can also solve temporary issues for this instances help reduces the temporary databases problems like resource conflicts also, and you can separate security for different applications or teams. They are perfect for maintaining server for failover scenarios. So whatever you are, a developer or a database admin, instances are the main managing complexity and also the cost. All right, let's quickly summarize what we discussed till now. An instance is nothing but an installation of SQL Server. You can have one default instance and multiple named instances. Starting from SQL Server 2005, you can create up to 50 instances per server. And most importantly, instances save your money, time, and also it saves our efficiency. And the next one we are discussing editions in the SQL Server. The first one is Enterprise Edition. This is the most comprehensive and feature-rich version of SQL Server. Means it includes all available features and support. It supports the high scalability and also enterprise for great performance. For example, um, Enterprise Edition. Enterprise Edition and Business Intelligence Edition, Express Edition, and the last one is Development Edition. Basically, there are five types are there, which I skipped means Standard Edition. So, Enterprise Standard here. Okay. When we see these editions, it will be like this growth. It will be in decreasing order, and it will be also in both sides. We'll discuss that what these arrows represented there. Mm, let us discuss about what is Enterprise Edition. Basically, it is one of the um, rich version of SQL Server. When compared to all the standard business intelligent express development, that one is the rich version, and it has the high performance and high scalability. Why it is important and why it is used means it supported unlimited cores and also the large memory, And in memory, OLTP for its important is for transactions. OLTP is used for faster transaction that will be done this enterprise edition. In memory, faster transaction, and also data governance and security. Data and security. It will provide security. Basically, this enterprise edition is used in like banks, where we discussed here faster transaction, and the next one is hospitals. Also, we use this edition. And for large databases, this enterprise edition is used, and for security will be high, where high security in that places also this enterprise edition is used. For large database, and let us discuss with the standard edition. The standard edition is widely used edition that provides the essential um, database management. Widely used for database management and also for the business intelligence also. It is capable for this in using this edition. It is basically designed for mid-level workloads and applications. It is suitable for small medium-sized organizations only. It offers only a balance between functionality and also the cost, making it a popular choice for many business businesses who use this standard edition. This business intelligence edition means it is for is to optimize it for analytical workloads. We use this intelligence editions means making it suitable for building rich dashboards and reports. It mainly used for organizations that rely on data insights and decision making tools, for reporting services, for creating reports, and integration services for ETL processes, like reporting for integrating, and also analysis services also for OLAP and data mining with these business intelligence edition. These are the different types of services in the business intelligence. Oh, okay. And the uses of this business intelligence are, it is also a medium sized organization, means that need for business intelligence capabilities but do not require the full power of the enterprise edition. That is nothing but the business intelligence. For it is only for the organization, um, for mid level only. And the next one is Express Edition. This is free edition and lightweight version of the SQL Server. Mostly we use this edition only, means when you install the SQL Server, the that edition is there is only that Express edition. It is ideal for the small scale applications, and for learning purpose we use this Express edition. Um, and it supports up to 10 GB. 10 GB database size. And for maximum usage of 1 GB RAM and 1 CPU core, we use that, and still supports the key features like for reporting and data management, and also for like backup and restore. For this all, it will use it 10 GB database size and 1 GB RAM and 1 CPU core maximum usage. The uses of this Express editions are for small business applications like POS systems, we use this use case, and educational purpose. Small business applications, we use this. last one is development edition. This development edition includes all features of the enterprise edition, but is licensed strictly for the development and also for testing purposes, not production use. It is only strictly used for development and testing purposes, not the production use. This development edition allows the developers to build and test applications in a full SQL Server environment, and it is cost effective as it's free for development use. Software developers working on applications that will run on SQL Server Enterprise Edition in production. In quick summarize of this, all these editions. First of all, Enterprise Edition is the large scale and it is for critical apps. Unlimited codes for it will be used high and it will be high cost all. In memory, OLTP is for faster transaction and it will be very secure while using this enterprise edition. And business intelligence mainly focused on reporting and ETL analytics. It mainly focused only on that. And express edition it scales the apps for only small scale apps and learning limited 10 GB, 1 GB RAM and one CPU only. It is for free basic features. Developer edition is for development and testing only, and unlimited free all enterprise features for testing. These editions ensures that SQL Server can meet a wide variety of needs from small applications to enterprise level mission critical systems like that. And next topic we are discussing um, instance specific and instance unaware. Basically, SQL Server runs on various services, and these can be categorized into two types like instance specific and instance unaware services. Let's start with an instance specific. Instance specific service are um, tied to a specific instance only, like of SQL Server. For example, if you have multiple instances of SQL Server running on the same mission, each instance will have its own set of uh, these services. Let's go through the main ones. SQL Server is the core service responsible for database storage and also the query execution. And think of this as your task manager. And SQL Server is a helps schedule and automate the tasks like backup, monitoring, all these things which will be done by the SQL Server agent. And the next one is analysis service for advanced analytics like data mining and OLAP, which stands for online analytical processing. We use this analysis service. And reporting services, creating and managing reports, super useful for data driven dashboards. And the full text search for the running complex text-based queries, we use this one. This service makes them faster and more efficient. Now let's talk about the instance unaware. Um, these services work across all SQL Server instances on your mission, meaning they are not tied to just one. Instance unaware is, for example, of these services, notification services, integration, SQL Server browser, Active Directory helper, and writer. Let us discuss one by one. Notification services sends the notification based on the database events. Though this is deprecated in never for means for sorry deprecated in newer SQL Server versions. Integration services, this is your go-to for ETL operations like extract, transformation, load, especially in data warehousing. We use these integration services. This service helps with instance discovery. We use this browser server, and Active Directory helper will be for organization uses Active Directory. This service ensures smooth integration. And SQL writer, it backups are consistent, and especially when you using third party tools, it will wrap up that. And the overview of this, instance specific services are dedicated to individual SQL Server instances, while instance unaware services work across all instances on the same machine. Understanding this distinction help you configure your SQL Server setup more effectively and troubleshoot when you need it. And the next topic is SQL Server admin tools. In these tools, there are different types of tools are there, which were admin tools. The first up is SQL Server Management Studio. It's a powerful graphic user interface for database management. It includes tools like Object Browser and templates for creating reports. SSMS is based on the Visual Studio 2005 ID. So it has a familiar interface for developers. Most importantly, it supports writing and executing SQL queries. This is the tool you will probably use most often as a SQL Server admin or developer. And the next one is SQL Business Intelligence Development Studio. We have the SQL Business Intelligence Development Studio. Also, it is called as a BIDS. It is designed for creating and managing analysis services, reporting services, and also SQL Server integration services, like means SSIS. If you are into data analytics or building ETL pipelines, this BIDS is the tool you will really rely on. And the next one is SQL Server Profiler. This tool for monitoring and analyzing SQL Server activity. It's great for identifying performance and bottlenecks or tracking down slow running queries. This server profiler will be very helpful. And then database engine. This is it helps you optimize the database performance and by recommending changes like adding indexes or restricting queries. This is this is invaluable for keeping your database running efficiently. And then SQL Server Configuration Manager, this is one of the most important tool. It's used for managing SQL Server services and network protocols. If you need to enable or disable specific features, this is where you do it. And surface area configuration, um, this tool lets you manage security settings and enable or disable the features to reduce your attack surface and secure your SQL Server environment. Let's recap this all things like SSMS, BIDS, SQL Server Profiler, Database Engine Tuning Advisor, Configuration Manager, and last one is Surface Area Configuration are essential for managing and optimizing SQL Server. Knowing how to use them can save you time and improve your database performance. This is all about the admin tools, and we discussed SQL Server admin tools and what is the difference between instance specific and instance unaware and editions, all these things in this video.